going on the way to Italy with 6 children of our own, my husband, and then 2 Rwandese children that we had taken all along. Early in the morning, up in duty, praying. Everybody was asleep. I was there praying. I heard in my prayer a voice. You have to go back. I said, but Lord, I'm only coming back. I'm just coming back home. You have to go back. I didn't know how to go back. I didn't have any money. I didn't know even where to go, what to do exactly. I had no idea. I said, Lord, what, where, how? But I knew one thing. I was going to pray. So I shared with the people in my ministry. I told them, God spoke to me that I have to go back. So they said, they knew the same thing like I knew. We're going to pray. And God started showing me one by one where to go, what to do, when to go, and when to come back. I was lacking one thing. I didn't have the money to go. So I told everybody in faith, we are going to back to Uganda. They told me, oh, when are you going? I said, well, everything is about to be ready. Everything is about to be ready in faith. Just praying, trusting God will do it. But God showed me, you have to go and come back before Christmas. Clearly. I only knew one thing, prayer. I prayed, we prayed. One Sunday one night prayer, we stopped at 6 in the morning. I went to sleep. In the morning, God showed me a dream. He showed me the political situation of Belgium. Very clear details. I was not interested about that. I didn't know why God would show me such a thing. I said, Lord, why I don't need this thing? Why are you showing this to me? And God, next thing, showed me one important woman I had to meet and not miss the opportunity. And the time I was going to meet her. A few days later, I met one brother and he told me, Sister Eugenia, you're going to go to Africa. Can I introduce you to a senator? I said, no. Why? I have nothing to do with senators. They have nothing to do with me. Senators have nothing to do with the work of God. So the person said, but think about it. You want to go to Africa. Maybe that person can help you. I said, true. And I had this dream that I had to meet a woman. Okay, I said, just make the appointment. But now I started thinking very fast. I told him, you know what, but please make the appointment quickly. Because God showed me I have to come back before Christmas. It was now October. October, November, December. 3 months to go. The person looked at me now and said, Sister Eugenia, you want to have an appointment at the Parliament of Belgium, and you want to tell them the time they will invite you. I said, of course, of course, of course, of course. So you just go ahead and do what you have to do. It was Saturday. Tuesday, I had a telephone call from the Parliament of Belgium. And the person was not there, so I said, just please give me the message. I want to tell you, they gave me an appointment. They said, well, are you ready to come this Thursday, 2 days? I said, no, we have a prayer meeting Thursday morning. Because prayer is very important to me. There's nothing that comes between. Do you understand that? There's nothing else. When I wake up, I will not go and drink water, hardly to the toilet, sorry. I will go and pray. That's my first thing. Okay? So I said, no, sorry, I'm not ready to come. We have a prayer meeting. He said, the next appointment is after months. I remember that God had shown me that the time I had to meet them is on the 5th hour. In my language, 5th is Thursday, the day that we are praying. So I knew God wanted me to take that appointment. She gave me the address of the place. Nation Square, Palace of the Nation, Nation Square, number 1. I said, but God, now you are sending me there, but what to say? I don't know anything about politics. I don't know who is the Prime Minister of this country. I don't know the political party of this woman. I don't know anything. Why are you sending me? I opened my Bible. I got the scripture that says, not for he who wants, nor that he who runs, but the one who the Lord chooses. And I said, Lord, what am I going to say there? I went to the parliament with 2 brothers, sat down, and the minister of Belgium and the senator of Belgium in front of me. I was stuck there. I said, now what can I say? To tell them, in politics, there's nothing I can tell them. Now we'll just tell them who we are and what we are about to do. Just share very briefly, very simply. And then I said, and now there's something I have to share. They liked it. They said, very interesting. And I said, now I want to tell you something. I want to tell you what God showed me concerning the country of Belgium. I said, listen very well. God has spoken throughout the history in the Bible we can read to church leaders, to country leaders, through his people and his prophets. And those who listened really were a blessing to their lives and to their countries. And this is what God showed me. And I told them really the dream that God gave me. The man said to the lady, you have to help them. That was that. You just have to help them. And that is how we got our help to go back to our missions. Do you understand what I want to tell you? I had no idea about politics. I had no idea I didn't want to see a senator. But I want to tell you something. God is not looking for the ones with the degrees. There are people with degrees that know how to say it all together. But God is not opening such a door in the parliament. But God called me when I didn't know what to say, even to the moment where I sat there before them. But God is looking for people that are relating with Him in prayer and are in an intimate relationship with Him. Our door opened very widely. We started the missions. Before I went to Uganda back, I suddenly got a crazy idea. I said, God, thank you for sending me. But I read in the Bible, I just read in the Bible, that when you sent, Cornelius was praying, and you sent him to go, you told him the address, where to go exactly, and to call that specific person. Now, I want you to tell me exactly where to go and what to do. That's the kind of dangerous prayers that I prayed. So, one of our fellow ministry members called me and said, Sister Eugenia had a dream. He gave me a dream, God gave me an interpretation. He said, I saw we were in a place called Bujumbura. Do you know that place? I said, I wouldn't know if it's in Russia, if it's in Africa, if it's in America, in Australia, in Asia, I don't know. But I said, just a moment, I just have this conviction in my heart. It has to do with Rwanda and the tribal problems in Rwanda. He prescribed the situation in his dream. I just have this conviction, but wait, we have a Rwandan brother staying in our home. When he comes, I'll call you back. So I called. The brother was ironing. I said, can you please repeat the name? B-U-J-U. As I was spelling the names loud, the mouth of the brother was falling open like that. He said, you are talking about Bujumbura, the capital of Burundi, who has exactly the same problems like Rwanda, but we are not anymore in war. They're in war right now. I said, great, that's where God is sending us. I said, I'm going. This is 1 week now before going back to Africa. But I said, now I know where to go, but I don't know how to get there. I need an invitation, a visa. I don't know even how to go. I said, I remember I met a brother who had relationships there. The brother told me, if you want, I will prepare you a program in the biggest church of Burundi, 12,000 members. I will prepare you a program there. I said, no. In my heart, this is the person that I need. I know I have to be there. But I hadn't heard of this brother for 4 months. Anything. He was in Africa. He told me he would come to Europe, but I didn't hear from him. I said, Lord, 1 week to go. I need to hear desperately from this brother. I went on my knees, prayed. It was the next day. I hear my husband on the phone. Oh, Brother Jose. Yes, my wife is here. Just a moment. I got, hello, bless you, Brother Jose. I need to go to Burundi. The Lord is sending me to Burundi. Can you arrange my program there? He booked my program. I went there. When I shared, I remember the day before going to Burundi, I spent all the night in prayer in Rwanda. All the day, God gave me a clear message. People were preparing a big crusade for us, for me and my escort in Burundi. But God was speaking all the night to me about reconciliation. Not about salvation, but reconciliation. So in the morning, we went to meet the group of the pastors. They told us, well, are you ready? I said, yes. He said, okay, you will be going to the crusade in Muyinga. But me and my other pastor, we are going for a conference in Bujumbura. I said, why are you sending me to this conference? I told you, God sent me to Bujumbura. Why are you sending me to Muyinga? But they're waiting, they have prepared everything for you. I said, no. There is no message I have for the crusade now. I'm going to Burundi, or to Bujumbura. What are you doing there? They said, we have a reconciliation conference. I said, you have reconciliation, I'm coming there. But no, they are waiting for you to go back to Rwanda. We have prepared the church. There are announcements. They've cut the grass. They placed the thing. They are doing a big program. They are waiting for you. I said, brother, I'm really sorry. I'm not going. I'm going to Bujumbura. That's what the message that God gave me. The man was really disturbed with me. I said, I'm sorry, I have to please God, not you. We went to Bujumbura and ministered that message that God gave us. It was like the water that comes